Alright guys, so NHL 19 is coming to a close. I played HUT the entire year, and for about 6 to 7 months I had the best team on PlayStation all the way through. And then I decided to sell my full 99 team to make a custom Sharks squad. So today I want to go over my final team for the year and who I'm going to be finishing out the season with. Let's jump into it. Alright guys, so like I said, I did make a custom Shark squad this year, and here is who I finished off with. I had the guys I grew up watching. I became a fan in about 2003. These were the guys that I basically watched a good portion of my adult life. So I've got Joe Pavelski, Joe Thornton, and Patrick Marleau, all former captains. Patrick Marleau being my favorite player in the NHL. Still currently, Nabokov is my number one, but so here are my top three, all the 99 versions, which is dope. This Patrick Marleau card was tough to get because I didn't get him at when he was released. So this is the current or my favorite players throughout my tenure as a Sharks fan. Line 2 is the current stars of the team, the guys who are carrying the load now. The 99 Hurdle, 99 Logan Couture, and 97 Evander Kane. Evander Kane specifically is going to need to really turn it on in real life to own up to that contract. I mean, 7 mil in this landscape isn't crazy, but he can't tail off like he did in the playoffs. But these are the current stars of the team and all the current best versions of their card. The third line was able to get, these are all the OG legends, early 2000s top players for the Sharks prior to when I became a fan, but just before. So we have the 99 Teemu Selanne, the 93 Owen Nolan. Now, it's kind of stunning that I was able to play this many games this year and not get the 97 Owen Nolan. Let me explain to you. I got the game about 2 weeks earlier, 10 days before launch, and I did every single offline challenge before the game was released. I had zero motivation to get the other 97 done when you had to do about 500 offline challenges on top of the ones I already completed. I didn't want to redo them again, and that is why I still don't. I have enough wins for it, everything else, but yeah, I'm just not doing the offline challenges. And then Adam Graves was able to get his 95 on the market as well. Moving on to the fourth line, these are the up-and-comers or the future of the Sharks. $1 million man, Kevin Labanc, was able to get his 96 free agent card. One of the best contracts in the NHL currently. 54 points, I believe, this year, and I'm making $1 million. I don't know how Doug Wilson swung that or convinced him, but here we are. Sharks top forward prospect, Sasha Chmelevski. And there is no better card of his, which is kind of stunning. I thought there might be a diamond card that would come out, but his international card will have to do. And then the 99 Timo Meier, probably my favorite Shark currently on the roster. Dude plays hard and was able to get his 99. So let's move on to defense. Obviously, the two GOATs, we've got Brent Burns and Erik Karlsson. It kind of sucks that they're both right-handed, but hey, for my build, I kind of sacrificed how you play or the meta for creativity. So these are my favorites, obviously, or the best on the team currently. Then we've got future defenseman Ryan Merkley until he's probably traded for someone big at the deadline or something that Doug Wilson always does. He never keeps his prospects. But, you know, here's hoping. And then we've got, obviously, one of the best defensive defensemen in the NHL in 93 overall, Marc-Edouard Vlasic. I'm kind of sad he didn't get anything else, but this card I was able to snipe back when the Stanley Cup cards were a thing. Really rare. And then the final. So Scott Hannon was probably the biggest non-star defender that I watched growing up when I became a Sharks fan. I remember him killing a 5-on-3 where him and Kyle McLaren both broke their sticks for a full 2 minutes basically against the Oilers in the playoffs, and they killed it all with him swiping out of the zone to finish it off. One of the best. I wasn't able to get his 96 overall card because it just doesn't exist. The player base is down, the pull rates are down, and yeah, I just can't get his card on PlayStation. And then the 94 Rob Blake. He wasn't a Shark for very long, but he's one of my favorite players of all time. In fact, he actually went to high school with my mom. I went to his Stanley Cup parade in Simcoe, Ontario, and I loved the hip check back in the day and was ecstatic when he became captain of the Sharks. I wasn't able to get his 99 again, just super pricey, and was only able to find one on the market, and at the time I didn't have the coins for him, so unfortunately wasn't able to get his 99, so I'm going to have to roll with these two. They're a little bit slower, but I make it work. And then in net, my favorite player of all time, Evgeny Nabokov, one of the best saves in the history of the NHL in double overtime against the Dallas Stars in the playoffs against Brad Richards. I will never forget watching that save. And in game, he actually plays really well. And then Martin Jones. The Sharks don't have a long tenure of great goaltenders that played for them. They did at one point have Mika Kiprusoff, Vesa Toskala, and Evgeny Nabokov, but traded Kiprusoff for the draft pick that ended up being Mark-Edward Vlasic, so I can't really complain. Other than that, there was Antaro Niittymaki. Antti Niemi was a close choice, but Martin Jones is the only one to get them into the Stanley Cup Finals and carried them to 6 games in that series. So those are the boys for my final squad. Just taking a look at my record so far. I didn't play a lot of online seasons this year. I was mostly HUT champs and comp seasons and finished, well, currently right now, 1,015, 362, and 71. Got to improve on that next year, but near the end of the year, I did see some improvement in my gameplay, and hoping that I can get that up a little bit more next year. So if we're looking at points for this year, Thornton is almost a point per game. Fall closely behind Pavelski. Then it goes down from there. As far as goal scorers go, Hurdle's got 87 in 187. If we're looking at the worst on the team as far as points, Timo Meier, he's on my 4th line. He wouldn't normally be, again, but just because of how my team is put together. 4 in 21 in nets. Pretty much the same here, 32 and 11. I guess we're kind of getting late in the year. I did have really good success with Martin Jones, however, though. So, guys, that is the squad for the rest of the year. Tell me what you think in the comments section down below. Let me know who you would have acquired instead. Thank you guys for watching. Have a good one.